Hey everyone, so this is my first ever video for my channel, and this is going to be a charm update / informational video, and let's just get started here. So my first charm is this Sunday charm, and it's got this chocolate peanut butter swirl scoop, a strawberry scoop, and a mint chocolate chip scoop. And it's also got this whipped cream on it that I just made out of liquid Sculpey and white Sculpey. And I also made this caramel topping, as well as a strawberry and a little cookie stick that I made in the shape of a heart. They're all in a dish, and this is actually glazed a few times with a paintbrush. And it didn't turn out too shiny, which I actually like. It's got a gleam to it, but it's not too shiny, and this is definitely customizable in terms of what you would want on the in the sundae and on the sundae. So there's that charm, and I really like how that one turned out. And then now we're going to talk about these. These are just embellishment bows. If you want them to have holes in them, you can, but these are just two that I made, and as you can see, they're different styles, so just specify what kind of color and style you would want. These are actually for sale, and they will be glazed. So there's that. We can talk about what we're going to use for them later, so I'm just going to leave them right there. And next I have these little beads that I made, and they're bread beads. So there's this little bun, this little heart cross bun, and this little baguette, and I actually turn these into beads so you can use them for practically anything. Like if you want to add like an eye pin or a head pin in them, you can, or turn them into a bracelet or a necklace, then these will definitely be useful, and they'll come in sets. This next bit, these two are actually come in sets too, but we'll just talk about them individually. So this is part of the cake where it's kind of this marble cake. It's kind of hard to see, and this vanilla filling, and it's just got strawberry frosting on a chocolate cake. And this next cake is actually one that I it was an inspiration from a YouTube video that actually taught me how to make cakes like this, and I'll link it to you. It's got this this little rose frosting rose, and it's green, and it's got chocolate raspberry filling. The raspberry is actually a little bit sparkly if you can't see right there, but yeah. And these have also been glazed, and it's got a little bit of shine to it, which I think looks good for a cake. Okay, and these are the rest of the sets. So it's two slices with the roses on them, and just slices cut out from the other cake. And the type of cake is actually customizable, so just specify what kind of cake you want, but these are two that I do have right now. And the reason I did this is so that you could have two slices be like earrings or something, and then you can wear the other one as a pendant. These are the defaults. If you want something else, then in terms of like cake slicing, we can talk about that, but this is what's going to be out. And just if you have any ideas for cakes that you would want to be turned into these kind of things, then please suggest them and request them. Next I have these, well, first of all, these slices of cakes, they're 8, but I only picked out a few. These are actually all from one cake, and these will be sold individually. So there are these cakes, and it's just sort of a chocolate cake. Well, it's a yellow cake with white frosting on the inside, white filling, and chocolate cake, and whipped cream, and a cherry, or strawberry, whatever you would prefer. Okay, and I dropped this, and this is just a chocolate truffle, or a chocolate, and this is also customizable. Everything here is pretty much customizable. So it's got this kind of white and mint colored filling, and here's the other slice of it, if I can just grab it. And it doesn't have to be cut like this, but I mean, it's the reason why I cut it in the first place is so that you can see the inside, but if you just want like the outside of the chocolate, we can always do that too. This next charm is a donut, and I'm going to end up drizzling some kind of acrylic paint over it, so it kind of makes like these stripes on them. And this is also, again, this is customizable. Like, if you don't want chocolate donut, you want a plain donut, then we can do that. If you want pink frosting, we can do that. If you want sprinkles, I can add those. But this is just for the sake of example. I'm also selling these donuts. Also, we have these cake rolls, and I made a few of these. So there's these cake rolls. And these are pretty simple, but these are just pieces of bread. And what I can do, or what I will probably be doing, is I'll make them bigger. And I'll probably put faces on them, and you can tell me to add peanut butter or jelly on whatever you want on them. But these are mainly to go with the bread beads. So there's those. And okay, I love these. These were so much fun to make, and they're so cute, and I just had so much fun with this. So these are squishy buns, or just buns, if you will. They're not actually squishy, they're hard. But hopefully one day I'll be able to make them squishy. But for now, this is what I have, so this is what I'll show you. So yeah, these little guys are so cute, and they're so fun to make, so I'll definitely have these. I'll probably have them in sets and individual. So there are these different expressions, and if you want a specific expression, we can always talk about that. But like the bread beads, if you can't tell, like what I did was I took an ink block, and I made some powder out of it, and I just brushed it on lightly to create that kind of like cooked effect. And these have been glazed, and again, I'm glad it didn't turn out too shiny, because it kind of gives that kind of, if you've ever had Japanese bread, it's kind of got like that shiny effect, but it's not too shiny. So I love these guys. These are fun to make, and they come in sets, or they come individually. So if you have ideas for what kind of expressions you would want, please, I would love requests for these. These are tons of fun. So there's those. The next two are kind of random, but these were really fun to make, and I loved how this one turned out. For all you Doctor Who fans out there, you know what this is. Don't blink. And I used this Granitex, I think it's called. It's just polymer clay that's kind of has like a stony granite kind of texture to it. But I really liked how this turned out, and I really like this design, that it was fun to make. And yeah, they actually come in different colors, so if you want, I don't know, a pink weeping angel to make it less foreboding, then please suggest it. But these were fun, and I will make other Doctor Who charms, so if you have any that you would want suggested, please email me or message me. This next one is kind of silly, but it's just sort of an example of things I could make. It's called, I call my, oops, if it'll zoom in, zoom, work. Okay, it's zooming in on other things. There we go. This is called my Seriously Safety Charm. It's just, this is one of those things where, like, I could basically make random things you would want and then put faces on them. But yeah, this is called Seriously Safety Cone. I don't even know. So then there's these. These are little brownie buddies. And, I mean, I'll make brownies too without faces, and brownies with other, like, maybe like an ice cream scoop on them, but for the sake of example, these are my little kawaii buddies, brownie buddies, and they've got little faces. And this one right here, these two are for sale, by the way. So this little guy, the paintbrush did something weird where it kind of bent, so it made it look like it had little hearts for cheek blush. And these are glazed. And again, not too shiny, but definitely still shiny. Love that one. Okay, this next one is actually part of my plushie line, but it is a charm, so I will include it. So this is called my little mini cube buddies. I like the word buddy. I don't know. I'm not your buddy, friend. Anyway, so this is my little cube buddy, and it has a magnet attached to it, but if you do want a magnet, I would probably sew it on the inside. I just might be worried about how adhesive it is. But you don't need to put the magnet. It's just, really, this is just for the sake of example. I sewed the facial features on, and it doesn't have to be a bunny. It can be basically anything, as long as I can kind of turn it into a cube shape. And yeah, we can talk about that, but this is part of my plushie line, but it is a charm, I guess, technically, so I put it in here. And that's all the charms that I have right now. I would, if anyone wanted either cakes or these, I would love that. Also, Weeping Angel was fun. These are all fun to make. So if you want any of these, please message me. I found out that on Store Envy, you can actually leave a note with your product order. So if you have any specifications, please add that there. I would prefer you email me as well, just so it's easier. I'm very receptive to email and it's easy to communicate. But what I'm going to talk about now is kind of like the stuff that you can kind of attach to these charms. So obviously they all have the wires for the most part. I think some of them I might have left them out. No, I didn't. So they have wires, and I also have these, this has nothing to do with the wires, but I have these hairpins. They have silver and black, and these would actually go well with this. And if you want me to make these into a hairpin, please suggest it. These are mainly going to be used for like fabric, making into fabric embellishments, but I think these would work really well with those. If you have any suggestions, please leave it a comment. And I also have, post earrings, earring posts. These are actually brass, but they've got a kind of a silver quality to them. And I haven't had a problem. I have sensitive skin and sensitive ear around the ears specifically, and these haven't given me much trouble yet. So I would say that they're fairly safe. Also, oh, sorry for my phone vibrating. I have these dangly earrings. These are actually silver, so I would go with these just because they're more fun. You can add more things to them. I also have these keychain rings. These are really big though, like I can fit this around my finger. Yeah. And I would suggest them for like, if you want these, then I would suggest them to put them on here, like on charms like this, bigger charms. And I also have magnetic backs. And, I mean, I don't know if you would want your charm to have magnet on them, but if you would, then that's perfectly fine. So understand that all these are customizable, and all you have to do is really message me about it and specify what it is you would want. And that is my charm collection. I'll leave my Store Envy and my Facebook page in the little bar below. And thanks everyone. This was lots of fun, and I hope I get tons of orders. Bye.